Why do some dogs learn tricks in minutes while others need weeks? Did you know your dog might be faking dementia every time they forget a command they already know perfectly? Sounds crazy, right? But that's exactly what the latest studies on canine intelligence reveal. And it's just the tip of the iceberg. Because it turns out that everything you were taught about smart dogs versus dumb dogs is completely false. There's no such thing as a dumb dog. What exists are 7 different types of canine intelligence, and your dog is probably a genius in at least 2 of them without you even noticing. Today I'm going to show you exactly how to identify each of these levels in your own dog. And when we get to level 7, you'll discover that your dog has been doing something scientists thought was impossible for animals. Something that suggests that while you're watching them, they're also studying you. Stay until the end because what you'll learn in level 7 could completely change the relationship you have with your best friend. Level 1. Instinctive intelligence. The first level is instinctive intelligence. This is the intelligence your dog was born with, programmed in their genes through generations of selective breeding. A border collie doesn't need you to teach them to herd, it's in their blood. A Labrador retriever instinctively wants to retrieve objects. A beagle will follow trails without prior training. This intelligence is fascinating because it's not learned, it's simply there. That's why certain dogs are naturally better at certain tasks. It's not that they're more or less intelligent, they were simply designed for different purposes. Imagine this, a 4-month-old puppy that has never seen a sheep. You place it in a field and suddenly, it starts circling the flock, crouches in position, controls with its gaze. Nobody taught them. They're executing a 200-year-old genetic program. Practical example. If you have a Siberian Husky, their instinct will be to run and pull. If you have a pointer, they'll point at prey naturally. This is level 1. Level 2. Adaptive intelligence. Level 2 is where things get interesting. Adaptive intelligence. This is where your dog learns to solve problems on their own. This is your dog's ability to learn from their environment and their experiences. Has your dog figured out how to open a door? Have they found a way to reach the kibble in the cupboard? That's adaptive intelligence. 2 dogs of the same breed can have very different levels of adaptive intelligence. It's like the difference between 2 humans. Same species, different problem-solving abilities. Observe this process. The dog sees the goal, analyzes the obstacle, looks for tools in their environment, executes a plan. That's not instinct. That's creative thinking in real time. There are documented cases of dogs that have learned to use public transportation to go to the park or visit favorite places. That's pure adaptation. Level 3. Working and obedience intelligence. Level 3 is working and obedience intelligence. Here we measure how quickly your dog can learn new commands and how well they obey them. According to canine psychologist Stanley Coren, the most intelligent breeds at this level can learn a new command in less than 5 repetitions and obey it 95% of the time. Top 3 breeds at this level: Border Collie, Poodle, and German Shepherd. But careful, this doesn't mean other breeds are dumb. A Bulldog may take longer to learn, but when they do, they're just as capable. Obedience and intelligence don't always go hand in hand. Some dogs are incredibly intelligent but decide when to obey you. Sound familiar? A Beagle classified as less intelligent isn't dumb. They were bred to make independent decisions while hunting. When they ignore your call, they're probably following a fascinating trail. That's their brain working exactly as it should. Level 4. Emotional intelligence. Level 4 takes us to fascinating territory: canine emotional intelligence. Dogs can read our emotions with astonishing accuracy. Scientific studies have shown they can distinguish between a genuine smile and a fake one, detect changes in your heart rate and blood pressure, and know when you're sad, anxious, or happy. Does your dog come to console you when you cry? Do they get excited when you're happy? That's not coincidence. They're reading your body language, tone of voice, and even your pheromones. Therapy dogs and emotional service dogs operate primarily at this level. They can predict panic attacks, epileptic seizures, and changes in blood sugar levels. In a study at the University of Vienna, dogs were able to differentiate between photos of happy and angry faces, even when they only saw the upper or lower half of the face. They're literally reading every muscle in your face. Level 5. Communicative intelligence. Level 5 is communicative intelligence, and this is where dogs really shine. Dogs have developed the unique ability to communicate with humans in ways that other animals cannot. They use intentional eye contact to communicate, point with their gaze toward objects or directions, and bark with different tones for different needs. Recent cases like Bunny, the dog that uses buttons to talk, have revolutionized our understanding of this intelligence. Bunny can form simple phrases by pressing buttons like want, outside, play. Dogs can understand up to 165 words on average. The most intelligent can learn more than 250. That's comparable to a 2-year-old child. But most impressive is that they learn our nonverbal cues better than any other animal, even better than chimpanzees. A chimpanzee won't follow your finger when you point at something. Your dog will. This is unique in the animal kingdom. Pay attention next time your dog barks. The bark for someone's at the door is different from the bark for I want to play, which is different from the bark for something's wrong. They're not just noises. It's a vocabulary. Level 6. Memory and temporal understanding. Level 6 deals with memory and understanding of time. Contrary to popular belief, dogs have excellent memory. They can remember people they haven't seen in years, places where they lived a long time ago, traumatic or very positive events, and routines and schedules with incredible precision. Does your dog know exactly when you arrive from work? It's not magic. Dogs have an internal sense of time. They can differentiate between 5 minutes and 2 hours of waiting. In experiments, dogs showed different levels of emotion depending on how long their owner had been absent. 5 minutes, little reaction. 2 hours, lots of emotion. This demonstrates they really perceive the passage of time. Scientific studies have shown that dogs have episodic memory, meaning they can remember specific experiences from the past, not just learned actions. Viral videos of dogs recognizing their owners after years are real proof of this level of intelligence. That's not just scent recognition. It's deep emotional memory activating after years of latency. Level 7. Metacognition and theory of mind. And finally, we reach level 7, the most controversial and fascinating. Metacognition and theory of mind. Metacognition is thinking about your own thinking. It's knowing what you know and what you don't know. Can dogs do this? Recent research suggests yes. In experiments, dogs seek more information when they're not sure of an answer, can evaluate the reliability of different people, and show behavior that suggests self-awareness. Watch this experiment. A dog must find food under one of 2 bowls. When the dog doesn't see where it was placed, they actively seek more information by looking at the human or investigating more. When they did see where it was placed, they go straight to it. This suggests they know when they know and when they don't know. Theory of mind is even deeper. Do dogs understand that others have thoughts different from their own? The evidence is in deception. Dogs can pretend to limp to receive attention, hide food from other dogs when they think no one is watching, and strategically lead humans to where they want to go. In one study, dogs stole food more frequently when the lights were off or when the human had their eyes closed. Not just when the human was absent. This suggests they understand the concept of seeing versus not seeing from another's perspective. Although dogs don't pass the classic mirror test, more recent studies suggest they have self-awareness in other ways, like recognizing their own scent. Maybe we were just using the wrong test. This level makes us question, how much do our dogs really think? Do they have something we could call consciousness? So, how intelligent is your dog? The answer is, probably much more than you think. Canine intelligence is multidimensional. Your dog can be a genius in emotional intelligence but average in obedience. Or vice versa. What's important is recognizing and appreciating the unique strengths of your canine companion. At what level would you say your dog excels? Leave it in the comments. If this video made you appreciate your dog's intelligence more, hit like and subscribe for more fascinating content about our best friends. Remember, the true measure of a dog's intelligence isn't in how many tricks they know, but in the unique connection they share with you. See you in the next video. And say hi to your dog for me.